Hello everyone, my name is Paul Hedzik and I am a graduate student at Slippery Rock University studying environmental education, and I'm also the Sustainability Education Graduate Assistant at the Macoskey Center. Welcome to our next installment of our Earth Month video series, where our staff shows you how we like to live sustainably. Personally, one of the many ways I try to live sustainably is by getting outside and going on hikes in the woods. One of the biggest components of living sustainably is by having a great connection to nature and the outdoors. So here we are at Wolf Creek Narrows today, and I am just going to take you on a little hike and we are going to observe some of the spring wildflowers.
Wolf Creek Narrows is one of my favorite places to go hiking, especially during this time of year. And with it only being about 5 minutes away from Slippery Rock, it is a perfect place to go when you need a little break. While we are out enjoying all the beauty that nature has to offer, it is important that we remember to respect nature at all times. While it may be tempting to pick some flowers and bring them home with you, the best thing to do is leave them so they can continue to grow and so others get to enjoy them just as much as we do. The first flower we've come across is a simple yet beautiful spring wildflower, the spring beauty. Spring beauties can have either a white or pink flower, and if you look close enough, you will see there are pink veins running through the flower. As you can also see, they have long, narrow leaves that are opposite from each other, meaning that two leaves arise on the stem at the same level. Using the color of the flower and the size and arrangement of the leaves can help you positively ID the flower. You may be thinking, what is the best way for me to identify these flowers if I don't know them off the top of my head? Well, I'm here to give you a couple of options that I love using. If you're looking to avoid using your smartphone while out on a hike, you can always pick up a field guide to help you out. If you like using technology, I would recommend downloading the Seek app by iNaturalist. All you do is let the app access your camera and then hold your camera up to the flower, and it will give you a positive identification. The next wildflower we've come across are the spring wildflowers that Wolf Creek Narrows are most known for, the Virginia bluebell. As you can see, they get their name because of their blue bell-shaped flowers. The leaves on a Virginia bluebell are typically elliptical or egg-shaped. And if you've never had the opportunity to see this flower in person, I would encourage you to do so before they are gone for the season. These are truly one of nature's greatest works of art. When you're out on your journey through the woods, remember to drink plenty of water, and of course, take breaks occasionally so you can stop and soak in all the beauty that's around you. This next flower is another one that you're guaranteed to see a lot of at Wolf Creek, and that's the large-flowered trillium. These have big white flowers that will begin to turn pink as they fade away. Large-flowered trilliums also have whorled leaves, which means they are arranged in a circle around a central point on the stem. As you can see, this species can occupy an entire area on the forest floor and leave you with a beautiful sea of white flowers. The final flower I wanted to point out on this hike is another one that might look familiar to you. You've probably noticed these plants that look like little umbrellas all over the forest floor. Well, that's a mayapple. If you haven't had a chance to see their flowers yet, don't worry, because as the name suggests, they don't bloom until the month of May. This flower will bloom underneath the umbrella, so you'll have to get low to see this one. I know I only touched on a few flowers today, but there are plenty more out there, so I would encourage you to grab a field guide and hit the trail.
Alright everyone, that concludes our spring wildflower hike here at Wolf Creek Narrows. I'd like to thank you all for joining me today, and I hope you enjoyed looking at all the wildflowers that we have around here. Please tune in next Tuesday on April 28th for a video about taking old furniture and turning it into your own, which will be presented by one of our student interns, Sadie McNulty. Also, be sure to check out our social media pages for updates on programming and other events we have coming up in the future. One of those events is also happening on April 28th, next Tuesday, which is Birds and Bagels, which will be happening at 9 a.m. on Zoom. And pay attention to our social media so you can find out information on how to join that. Alright, thank you all. I hope you stay happy and healthy and have a great Earth Month.